Welcome back to Tokyo Chipo. I'm your host Ayla. Last time we talked about how to use the Shinkansen. The more confusing part is the JR Pass. Today we are going to be talking about whether or not if it's worth it to get the JR Pass. Japan has so many different railway passes or different combinations of weird passes that actually save you more money. And honestly, nowadays you don't actually need a JR Pass. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about all the different alternatives and whether you need a JR Pass or not. So for some of you wondering what actually is a JR Pass? Well, the JR Pass gives you unlimited rides on JR trains across Japan. This includes the Shinkansen, the limited express trains, the local JR lines, some buses, and even the Miyajima ferry. However, this does not cover most subways, private railways, and most buses, so you will still need an IC card. So go check out our recent Suica guide video for more information. Just remember, the biggest advantage for the JR Pass is the unlimited long-distance Shinkansen travel. If our videos has ever helped you plan your Japan trip, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help us keep making these videos for you. So, the JR Pass used to be an obvious recommendation for tourists. However, since the price increase in 2023, it's not automatically worth it anymore. The 7-day pass was around 29,000 yen. Now it's around 50,000 yen. So it's more expensive than the previous 14-day pass. So if you're only doing one Tokyo to Kyoto round trip, you're probably not saving money anymore. You essentially have to take 3 long-distance Shinkansen trips to make it worth it. So the regional passes have become way more important. So where the old advice was just get a JR Pass, the new advice is depends where you're going. So when is the JR Pass actually worth it? Well, here's the easiest way to think about it. It is not worth it if you're staying mostly in Tokyo, or if you're going to only one trip from Tokyo to Kyoto, Osaka, or short trips with minimal Shinkansen use. It would be worth it if you have an itinerary covering a lot of ground. For example, if you have a round trip from, let's say, Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, or if you're going from Tokyo to Hokkaido. So lots of long distance travel within your pass period. The more long distance Shinkansen rides that you stack together, the more valuable the pass becomes. So the issue is, with too much long distance travel packed together in the 7 days, you'll be rushing through Japan and maybe not get to see a lot of what Japan has to offer. So basically, it's your choice really to weigh if it's worth it or not. So maybe you're okay with rushing through Japan, or maybe you want to slow it down and experience everything that Japan has to offer. There are 3 versions of the National JR Pass: the 7-day, 14-day, and the 21-day, and ordinary or green car. Green car is basically business class. You get bigger seats, it's quieter, more comfy, I guess. But honestly, the regular car is just totally fine. So a huge important point here is that regional passes do exist. The National JR Pass is not the only pass that you can get. So if your trip is focused on one specific area of Japan, regional passes might be better, cheaper, and just smarter for you to be able to see more. Turns out that even as a tourist, a lot of services in Japan require you to have a Japanese phone number, more than you think. Mobile makes it easy for you to get one, and we've got a discount code for you. Their Voice Plus Data eSIM includes a real Japanese phone number, flexible 5G data plans, and unlimited free incoming calls and texts. Perfect for everything from restaurant reservations to ticket bookings, services that increasingly require a local contact number. And with optional roaming available, you can book those tickets you've had your eye on from home. Already have data or don't need it? Get their Voice Lite eSIM for just calls and texts. They've been helping travelers since 1989, serving over 350,000 people, with profits going to school feeding and educational programs. Same-day pickup available at main airports and over 20 downtown city locations nationwide. Just order it online and grab it when you land. Don't miss out on concert tickets, restaurant reservations, or essential services just because you don't have a Japanese phone number. Visit mobile.com/cheapo to get 10% off any voice SIM or eSIM, or click the link in the description to set up your Japanese phone number today. So the Tokyo Wide Pass. If you're staying mostly in Tokyo and want to do a lot of day trips, this one is the best value for your money. It covers Nikko, Karuizawa, Fujisan, and more. And also the airports as well. It costs around 16,000 yen for 3 days, and unlike most rail passes, tourists and foreign residents living in Japan can use this pass. So the JR East passes. These are best if you're traveling around eastern, northern Japan, and these include Nagano, Tohoku, and parts of Hokkaido as well. So if your trip is Tokyo plus northern Japan, these will save you much more than the National JR Pass. For example, if you want some onsen trips or ski trips, this pass is great. Within the JR East passes, there are 3 main passes: the JR East Pass, the East-South Hokkaido Pass, and the Tohoku-South Hokkaido Pass. The JR Central Pass, these are a little different. Instead of covering huge areas, they cover specific routes. It's great for Takayama, Shirakawa-go, Matsumoto, and more. These are amazing for scenic trips through central Japan. However, it's good to know that most do not cover central Shinkansen routes. The Hokuriku area pass is the standout here, letting you ride the Shinkansen to Kanazawa, Takayama, Shirakawa-go for less than 20,000 yen. Now, the Kansai area passes. If your trip mainly consists of Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, Nara, then look at the Kansai area passes. They're cheap, flexible, and even includes places like Okayama and Kinosaki Onsen, and also includes the Haruka Airport train to Kansai Airport as well. Now, the JR West passes. These are great for deeper Western Japan travel, like Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and more. So if you're gonna travel into Osaka and travel more west, then this pass is much better than the JR National Pass. Now, the Hokuriku Arch Pass. This is the only regional pass that connects Tokyo to Kyoto. However, this doesn't actually go through the normal route. It goes from Tokyo, Nagano, Kanazawa, then Kyoto, Osaka. So it is a bit slower and longer, but we highly recommend this. It is a great route, and to be able to go to Kanazawa and Kyoto, Osaka on the same trip, amazing. Now, the Shikoku, Kyūshū, and Hokkaido passes. If you're exploring one specific island, there are passes for that too. The Shikoku Pass is great for slow countryside travel. The Kyushu Pass is amazing value and includes the Kyushu Shinkansen as well. And the Hokkaido Pass, which is great for long distance northern travel. These passes are great because traveling around rural Japan can get expensive fast. So, can you stack passes? Short answer, yes. And a lot of experienced travelers in Japan do this. It can save you a lot of money, but it can make planning a little more complicated. Not all passes cover airport trains. For example, the Narita and Haneda Express, the only ones that cover are JR East passes and Tokyo Wide Pass. For Kansai airport coverage, it's the Kansai passes as well as the JR West passes. So always make sure to check before you buy passes if your airport is covered. And honestly, sometimes the best option is no real passes at all. For example, there are so many other alternatives, like just buying individual Shinkansen tickets, or taking domestic flights, which are sometimes cheaper than Shinkansen tickets, or taking the highway bus, or renting a car, which we actually did when we went to Hakone, and it's the best way to see so much more in such a short amount of time, and avoiding tourists as well. So for most travelers, a couple of Shinkansen tickets and an IC card is actually the cheapest option. My biggest advice, plan your routes first before buying anything, because for someone backpacking through Japan or someone traveling from Tokyo to Kyoto, completely different passes. And nowadays, you don't actually need a national JR pass anymore. Regional passes or just individual Shinkansen tickets with IC cards really does do the trick. If you want more information, we do have a Shinkansen guide, so go watch that next, and we'll see you next time.